Hello and welcome to the Thomcast. I am Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. And this week, it's November 1st. Today is November 1st, which means October is over, which means I have to tell you whether or not I accomplished the goal I set for myself at the start of October right here on the Thomcast. And that goal was to complete all of the pages for chapters 6 through 10 that needed to be reformatted for Volume 2. I did it! I say, Tom, magnificent work on getting all of those pages done. Oh, Tom, you're too kind. It was all thanks to your encouragement that I was able to get the job done on time. Don't be modest, you magnificent bastard. It was all your doing. I suppose you're right. All silliness aside, I'm very pleased to have this big chunk of the project done. Does this mean that I can start getting the book all put together? Not quite. There's actually still quite a lot of work to be done, but this was probably the most tedious, time-consuming part. The rest of it is actually quite a bit of fun, so I'm very excited to actually get to work on that. So some of the next things I'll be doing are actually producing and finalizing a cover for the book. I need to start pooling some other resources. I need to get some people to do some writing for the actual book, just quotes and like an introduction, things like that. I need to do a little bit of writing myself and decide what all I want to put in the book. Like, you know, I've talked before about how I'm going to have some guest art, and I'm having some guest little mini chapters, and I'm really excited for those. Those are starting to come together. But also I would really like to have, you know, at least some sketchbook stuff. I mentioned that I wasn't going to have as much sketchbook stuff as I had in the first book, just because the first book kind of exhausted a lot of my sketches. I don't actually produce a whole lot of art that doesn't end up getting used in the comic, but there are some things that that definitely could go into this book. You know, this book introduces Katya, and we see John a lot more, and there are some early sketches of Katya and John that aren't even on the website. So there's actually some kind of decent sketchbook material that could go in there. So I have to start compiling some of that. And that's always kind of fun because it's just, you know, getting to look at the old stuff and kind of figure out where it fits, sort of make a timeline of the pre-comic work. So that's kind of fun. Also on the docket, I think I'm going to start a Kickstarter page for Volume 2. Now, I need to be kind of careful about this because I want to make sure that I do it right. I want to make something that's very clear about what it is. I want to make a page that's basically like a pre-order page, something you can go to keep up on what's going on with the book, and just Kickstarter is set up in such a way that it's really easy to reach out to people who just want to fund stuff. And, you know, I mean, part of me really wants to just, like, I already do the Thomcasts, and I already have a store. Why not just make a pre-order thing on my own website? Well, mostly just because I don't have the reach. The one time that I've tried Kickstarter before, I actually got donations and sold things to people that I didn't know, and that only found out about it because of its connection to Kickstarter, at least as far as I could tell. So, you know, I feel like it's probably worth pursuing. So that's probably something I'll be working on in the coming months, is actually getting a Kickstarter page up and running and actually get kind of an idea of when the book is going to be released and produce a couple more videos just talking about the project itself. You know, as far as Kickstarter goes for funding the project, I don't actually, you know, I'm going to make the book whether I get funded on Kickstarter or not. The idea is really just to kind of generate interest in such a way that more people than the small audience I have now can hear about it and learn about it. I'll probably be doing kind of an ad campaign just for Next Use in general while I put all this stuff together, just to help drum up interest in the book as it's coming out, and also just to kind of drum up interest for the site. I haven't done much advertising at all this year for Next Use. I'm really happy that actually there have been regular views on the site. Thanks everyone who actually comes to the site just because they know about it already, or if they find it through Comic Rocket or any of the other groups that I am affiliated with. It's awesome that there are actually like regular readers. That makes me really, really happy. And I want to find you guys some friends. So anyway, I'm just kind of spitballing. That's what's coming down the pipes. Anyway, again, it's great that I got that big chunk of work on the book done, and now I can actually start focusing on some of the more fun and interesting things that will really help to make the book more unique. You know, the actual comic itself is really important to the book, and it's great to have that stuff set aside and ready to go in. But what makes the book worth having is all of the extra stuff. So I'm really excited to actually start shifting my focus to work on more of that. Thanks very much for watching this week. Have a nice weekend, and I will see you next time.